NNRG.
So the votes today were overwhelmingly for Yes Prime Minister, which, as far as I'm aware, it's based off of a British comedy show of the same name. I think it was actually the sequel to something else called Yes Minister, but like from what I understand, it's an old British sitcom that's political, obviously, because it's got Prime Minister in the title. Other than that, I really don't know anything about it. So, this will be interesting. Let's see here. Auto start. Searching for star. But yeah, from what I understand, it's a British comedy, so it's not going to be like the kind of wacky hijinks or slapstick or any of that. It's probably going to be more cerebral. But anyways, got our cracking intro here. It looks like Hotline this time. Oh geez, I'm watching the scrolling text at the bottom, and it just called this game a very bad game with a very bad word. So I'll let everybody just sort of guess what word they use to describe this game, but let's just move on. Spacebar, always spacebar. So, oh, we're already to a title screen. Yes, Prime Minister, and those are some very long noses. Okay, so spacebar again, or yep, there we go. So it says Monday. I'm guessing that's us in the corner, probably. Start games, load saved positions, slow speech off. Interesting. I guess start game? Are you sure? I'm pretty sure. Insert main disk side... Wait, side A? Should already be on side A. I just could press the fire button and hope nothing breaks. So this is a long load. It's been about 45 seconds so far, and it is still loading. For a text-based game that already spent some time loading, I'm a little surprised. Maybe there's a whole bunch of stuff like going on in the background or something. Maybe. Like, this looks like it's going to be like some kind of text adventure of some kind. Oh, okay, so it says processing day 1 now. It only took like a minute. Oh, and here we go. Looks like we got a cursor we can move around. Oh, that's annoying. You can't move it diagonally. If you can move it up, down, left, and right with the joystick, but the moment you push diagonal, it stops moving. Why would you do that? Holy jeez. Okay, so it looks like we've got like a little office here. Guessing this is the Prime Minister's office for a variety of reasons. So we got a clock there, got a picture, probably the Prime Minister's wife. So yeah, it just looks like a bunch of stuff to click on. Like, can I click on the cabinet? No. Can I click on the booze? No. Can I click on this thing? Okay, that thing's important. Don't forget your 9:20 appointment with the cabinet secretary. Okay, and it looks like it's almost 9:20. Or wait, we just got another notice. BMA have asked if I have any suggestions for 2 vacancies on their alcohol problem committee. Any ideas? I don't know if we can do anything about that. Okay, clicking the phones don't do anything. Date doesn't do anything. Although I'm getting flashing screens when I click on the phones, but not on this. So I'm guessing the screen flashes if I click on something that I'm allowed to, but which isn't going to do anything at the moment. What about the drawers? Prime Minister Reference Manual, Rule 13A. Diplomacy is about surviving until the end of the next century. Politics is about surviving until the end of the week. Or the end of the day. What have we got in the other drawer? Okay, so basically our itinerary for the day. So 9:20, NWA meeting with Cabinet Secretary, 12:30, lunch at the Carlton with United Breweries Chairman, 4:20, GEVGD meeting with Party Chairman. A lot of your meetings are outside of your office this week. We're still awaiting the central heating repairman. Thought you'd prefer a bit of warmth. Okay then. So we got a little lamp here, doesn't do anything. Don't know what that is. TV doesn't do anything. Oh, did we just unlock a... Okay, so the safe. X, last night's grading 50%, Y, current poll rating. Okay, so 50%, that's not bad. Guess we're doing okay. Suggestions. Information gathering is rarely a problem at number 10. At its current, the PM may simply shout down the corridor, "Has the world at 1 started yet?" The secretary then looks at his watch, says yes or no, and the PM retreats in embarrassment. More sensible approach might be to peruse the drawer for the day's events from Downing Street Days by Marcella Fork. Don't know what that's about. Oh, it's 9:20. I guess we better go meet the cabinet minister or something. So, where do you wish to go? You can go back to the office, Bernard's office, Sir Humphrey's office, Home Secretary, Party Headquarters. I do not know which one is the cabinet minister. Well, the Home Secretary and Party Headquarters don't seem like they might be in this building. Or maybe they are, I don't know. Let's just say Bernard's office. Prime Minister, I believe your cabinet secretary is eagerly awaiting for you. Okay, I guess that's Sir Humphrey then. Oh, there we go. So, Sir Humphrey, Prime Minister, what have you been doing? We had a meeting arranged for 9:20 to discuss your idea of a ministry for women's affairs. Okay. Our character is thinking, blow me, it was my idea, wasn't it? Okay, I don't know if it works like this on the show. Like if you get to hear the inner monologue of the Prime Minister, but okay. So now Humphrey's saying it will, of course, something. Okay, are we actually like choosing what Sir Humphrey's saying? That seems weird. So apparently this Ministry of Women's Affairs idea is either going to please radical feminists or annoy your traditional male followers. Oh boy, this game already seems like it might delve into some interesting topics. I guess it would kind of annoy traditional male followers. That depends, Prime Minister. As long as the new ministry doesn't actually do anything for women, you'll probably be alright. What is this game? Holy jeez. I've never seen the show. I don't know, like, what kind of comedy is involved here, but yeesh. Although I guess the topics are kind of on point because we are talking about a show that came out in the early and mid-80s, right? So, anyways, another thing, what sort of women do you want to appeal to? Mothers and housewives, career women and professionals, or radical feminists with a question mark? Career women and professionals? Oh, so I think this is the Prime Minister speaking now. Humphrey, you can't pigeonhole women like that. For the sake of convenience, let us accept your stereotypes. I suppose we should appeal to, radical feminists? Is that entirely wise, Prime Minister? They do, of course, have more votes than voice, more voice than votes. I'm gonna guess more voice than votes? Correct. Another point occurs to me, Prime Minister. If you do establish this ministry, will you appoint a man or a woman to be in charge of it? Okay. What is this game? I guess a woman? But that's sexist, Prime Minister. Pure anti-male discrimination. What did my guy say when he entered Blow Me? That's what I should say to him right now. Sorry to interrupt your meeting, Prime Minister, but we have a parking problem. It seems that an overzealous parking official has slapped a wheel clamp on your daughter's car outside number 10? What? But that confirms all that Humphrey has been saying is an insult, is the funniest thing I've heard all this week. Like, I don't know if there's like a correct response to this or something. It seems like the game is just sort of recording what I'm saying, and maybe that sort of affects like the progression or something. I was going to say it confirms everything he's been saying. Thank you, Prime Minister. We must act with haste before the press hears about this. As far as I can see, there are 3 options. Sack the traffic official and speak to the police commissioner, pay the fine, pretend that is Bernard's car, and get him to pick it up for your daughter. Well, first of all, I'm not quite sure. Oh, Bernard is the one who just who just called in to say what was going on, isn't he? I'll pick the last option. Pretend it's Bernard's. Yep. Humphrey, sometimes I think that you were born to be a civil servant. Yes, Prime Minister. Oh, there's the title. Anyway, back to our women's affairs problem. One more thing, mightn't the new department encroach on the territory of other departments? The Home Office, for example, women police officers and so on, Department of Agriculture, farmers' wives and so on, Department of Employment, sex discrimination and jobs and so on. The last one? Exactly. There'd be quite a bit of creative tension, shall we call it, if you tried to create a new department to do work which is being done already by an old one. On the other hand, a new department would mean some civil servants losing their jobs or a whole new set of civil servants. The second one. Brilliant! Maybe it's not such a bad idea after all. I have no idea what just happened. Okay, so I guess maybe we should just go back to our office and... something is making a noise? There's something in here making a... Oh, it's this thing. Oh, it's a fax machine. Okay. I guess maybe I should explain that, because we're in 2024 now, and fax machines are really out of date now. Before, fax machine is basically a way of sending messages through the phone lines that aren't like actual talking or anything. So if you wanted to like send paperwork to somebody, you would fax it to them. Expectation of next week's honors list has led to speculation that the government may reward senior police chiefs in an attempt to improve police morale. I have no idea what relevance that is. Okay, so if I recall correctly, and here was our itinerary. So apparently we're having a lunch in the Carlton with United Breweries chairman at 12:30. So I guess we wait till 12:30, or get a phone call. Gray phone. Prime Minister, the Home Secretary's on the line, says it's urgent. Jim, Frank here. Sorry to phone you so soon after last night's do. Not too queasy, I hope. Anyway, there's bad news, but I don't want to tell you over the phone. It might be best if you came around to my room where we could speak without interruption. Could you come around as soon as possible? Oh. Okay, Frank. That was the Home Securities or something. Home Secretary, right. So, let's see what's going on there. Sorry to drag you around here. Apparently, on the way home from the do last night, our beloved Trade Secretary was stopped for drunken driving. I'm not sure if the news is out yet. This is urgent. We need to act fast. As far as I can see, we can promote the constable to the rank of sergeant as part of a cover-up, or ask for Gary's resignation to show you don't allow personal loyalty to override principle. You know what? Maybe I need to get into the mindset of a politician here. So let's do the first option here. Promote the constable to the rank of sergeant as part of a cover-up. For goodness sake, keep your voice down, Jim. We don't mean cover-up. We mean a full and frank internal investigation in which all relevant facts would be examined without why am I having trouble pronouncing this word? Presupposition, and thus with the consequent possibility that the conclusion may be reached that the evidence is lacking for a successful prosecution. What does he really mean, a cover-up or not? Okay. And now I'm selecting what the Prime Minister's thinking. Like, this is what's weird to me, is that it's like it's almost like I'm choosing the dialogue for everyone, like not just the Prime Minister. Like, I don't know. It's just very weird the way these selections come up. Yeah, it sounds to me like a cover-up. Okay, Jim, let's not quibble. We'll call it a cover-up. More to the point, would this cover-up be possible but not desirable, desirable but not possible, both possible and desirable? Yeah, both possible and desirable. That's the spirit, Jim. Liberal scruples are fine if your only problem in life is that you're a Guardian reader. Oh boy. Alright, that's all. How do we go about it? What about promoting the constable because of dedication to duty, demoting him because of dedication to duty, having a quiet word with the Metropolitan Commissioner, promoting because of dedication to duty. Clever, neat, conclusive. Pity the world isn't like that too, Jim. Put it this way, how highly do you rate the idealism of your young constables these days? What? I have to use a line? Oh boy. How do you rate the idealism of our young constables these days? Let's put it right about here. Exactly, that's the problem. They watch 2 episodes of Hill Street Blues and they think they can change the world. One whiff of a bribe in exchange for silence and they'd resign like a shot. Probably sell the story, too. Besides, do we really have the power to promote and demote? We have. Not a bit of it. Purely police matter, I'm afraid. You've led yourself up a blind alley on this one, Jim. Have a nice lunch with the chairman of United Breweries. Sorry, I must be off now. Okay, then. And it looks like it's already past the lunchtime? I guess maybe the lunch is something that happens automatically? I don't know. Looks like another phone call. Prime Minister, sorry to get the week off to a bad start, but I gather there's been a spot of bother in a Soho restaurant. Bernard, I think, has the details. Okay, so now I go bother Bernard again. Oh, sorry, Prime Minister, I wasn't expecting you. Anyway, it seems that the Defense Secretary was dining last night in Soho and left his red box under the table. Can't find it anywhere this morning. Should we get the police onto the job, alert the media to the sensitive nature of the documents and ask them not to handle them, or keep cool and hope they turn up? I mean, realistically speaking, if we get the police on the job, then the media is going to think something screwy is going on, is going to really investigate it. If we tell the media straight out, then and ask them to be civil about it, maybe it won't get so out of hand or anything, but then everybody will know. Or if we keep cool and hope they turn up, then all kinds of crazy things could happen. And maybe given the nature of the show, maybe we should just keep cool and hope they turn up. Very well, we'll just have to wait and see. Okay, what was that meeting again? It was at 4:20, right? So... okay, what's that sound? Oh, it's this thing. Intercom. So, all a bit embarrassing, this Prime Minister, but there's been, get on with it, Bernard. A reporter from the Daily Journal pestering number 10 all morning. Says there's a rumor that you've been keeping a weekend mistress at Checkers. He wants your reaction. What shall I do about it? Crikey. Let's just go with deny it, of course. Very well, Prime Minister. I'll put him off. Jeez. When's our meeting? Our meeting's right now. Who was the meeting with again? Party chairman. Okay, so go to the door. Party headquarters. I'm guessing that's where... Ushered swiftly into the party chairman's office. Right, straight down to the matter of the general election visual and graphic display subcommittee. They propose we take out an option on poster sites and hoardings between January and May next year, between July and October, between late April and early July, that we increase levels of official government advertising in other areas. Like, this is what I'm getting at here, is that so far we've been making decisions for, like, multiple different people over the course of this game. Like, right now, we're deciding what the party chairman is telling, like, the Prime Minister. At least that's how it's coming across to me. Another thing, Jim, the election slogan. 5 more years, another 5 years, facing the future. I think facing the future. Just right. Meaningless, indeterminate, unspecific. Oh, before I forget, Jim, message on the stickers. Jim Hacker, Man of Destiny. James Hacker, Man of the People. I am a hacker backer. Oh, jeez. I mean, realistically, I'd expect 2, but let's go with option 3. I like it. Clever without actually tying us down to a particular tone or point of view. What about some other gimmicks, like hacker t-shirts for the youth vote? Sure. Not worth it, Jim. If they buy them, it means we've got their votes already. Another suggestion was a party theme tune. No? Why not? We need something to keep the troops happy. There's also a suggestion of hot air balloons with Vote Hacker on them. Yes, good idea, no, bad idea. How are they going to see them up in the sky? Quite right, always avoid anything to do with hot air. Then what about... Oh, this just keeps on going. Or less, Jim. Of course, we have to have something to say, but not too much. Anyway, bye for now. That seemed like a very pointless meeting. Okay, so that was basically everything on the itinerary, so I guess we just sort of wait out the day then? Oh, nope, we're gonna get a phone call, of course. Prime Minister, it's the Tao... I don't know how to pronounce that. Taosic on the line for you? Yeah, even the Prime Minister here doesn't know who this is. It's either the official title of the Mayor of Jerusalem, the Secretary General of the Yugoslav Communist Party, or the Irish Prime Minister. I have no idea. I can already tell it's the Irish Prime Minister. Top of the day to you, Mr. Hacker. It's Michael Mulcahy here. I was just wondering if I could send a belated St. Patrick's Day message to all those Irish people living in Britain. Belated, alright, St. Patrick's Day was 2 weeks ago. Anyway, that would be a nice gesture on his part and mine. He's up to no good. Depends on what he wants to say. I mean, would be a nice gesture. Or he's up to... But then, yeah, why is he calling at like 5:30 in the evening? Well, I guess it's not quite the evening, but... I mean, what could go wrong? Be a nice gesture, but what do you get in return? You should ask to be allowed to do a St. George's Day message in Ireland. Are you still there, Mr. Hacker? All I wanted to say was that Britain owes as much to Ireland as Ireland does to Britain. What? That's... What? Okay, I'm looking at these, options here, and I got a funny feeling I don't want to dive into this particular topic, just based on what little I know about what's happened in that part of the world, so maybe I'm gonna skip ahead a bit. Okay, so after that uncomfortable phone call, oh, right, no one else on the phone. Oh, we got a note on our desk. Jolly good performance today, sir. Best of luck for the rest of the week. Okay. Does that mean I did good or something? Oh. Okay, it looks like that's the end of Monday. I guess continue game? Are you sure? Of course I'm sure. We're staying on side A. I don't know why it keeps asking me to change the side of the disc. Oh geez, is this going to be another, like, minute-long load? Okay, we're finally back to it. I guess we could check our poll status, see if we're doing well. Last night's rating 50%, current poll 50%. That didn't even change slightly. So let's see what the notes are here. Meeting at 9:20 in the Cabinet Office. We got the meeting, and then another meeting at 3:30 in the Cabinet Office, and then that seems to be it. Okay. So... I guess we could go there early, maybe. Oh, we've actually got different options this time. Interesting. Oh, and we got the intercom again. Prime Minister, the Pratt's meeting awaits you. Yep, gonna go there now. So, that was the Cabinet Office, I believe. So, hello, Prime Minister. Sir Humphrey has just popped out. May we get down to the Pratt's business right away? Yes, what on earth is Pratt's? Sounds like a small fisheries company, some media types, a bad joke at my expense. I'm gonna guess media. Bullseye. Pratt stands for Public Relations and Telecommunications Services, the party political broadcast people. Of course, I remember. We have a meeting with them arranged for next week. Before giving them the election contract, don't you think the party chairman might have a few thoughts on the matter? Bernard. I am party leader and prime minister. I am party leader and prime minister. I do have some experience in these things. I can decide. Besides, they make me look. Besides, they make me look good on television. Like, I mean, it looks like I'm trying to convince Bernard here that I'm the person who can make this decision. Like, none of these are agreeing with Bernard. So, I guess... Yeah, go with the first one. I'm party leader and prime minister. Quite prime minister. Anyways, I've privately offered them the contract already. Ah, Sir Humphrey, you arrive at an opportune moment. Prime Minister, good news. I have the Pratt's report you asked for some weeks ago. It confirms, if I may say so, my wisdom in seeking a second opinion. Good, that settles it then. Most certainly, Prime Minister. It is quite out of the question that Her Majesty's government should be associated in any way with the front organization for the Soviet Union. Good God. Yeah, that's almost exactly what I was thinking in that moment. Do I gather from your apparent apoplexy? That's a word I'm going to have to look up later. That you've already plumped for Pratt's. Well, yes, sort of. It's a standing joke in MI5 circles that Pratt's really stands for Pravda's TV station. Or Pravda's TV station. But, why have they been allowed to get away with this? Oh, they're perfectly legal, decent, and honest. They're not spies or anything, merely, shall we say, indifferent as to clients and far from persuaded of the West's claims to moral, political, strategic, and diplomatic superiority over the East. Well, Prime Minister, it appears you should break off the contract immediately, go ahead with a meeting, or resign. Break off immediately. Alas, Prime Minister, that the world is not so simple a place. The law of contract can be treacherous. Let me put it simply. Or, what the? So, that looks like the game might be glitching out. I mean, it seems to still be going. Maybe it was just that one text section didn't get pushed through the crack properly or something. And the party of the first part, the party of the second part. The party of the second part has clear claims over the party of the first part. Partisanship apart, the partying of the ways of the party of the first part and the party of the second part must be effected in such a fashion as to preserve, protect. So, yeah, Pratt's will sue. Exactly. A little is embarrassing from your point of view. Seems to me that you can cancel the meeting on the grounds of pressure with business. Go ahead with it. Yeah, let's go ahead with it. Yes, Prime Minister, such a course is less perverse than it appears. Oh, good, that's a relief, I think. There are, I suppose, several grounds for going ahead with the meeting. Okay, you know what? I think I've had enough of this game by this point. So, that was Yes, Prime Minister, a game based on the BBC show. I have never seen the show, so I have no idea, like, what angle of comedy is going on here. I just know that this dialogue is ridiculous. Like, and it's ridiculous in a weird way, because I'm reading it, and it's like, it comes across as serious, but it clearly isn't. So, like, even the stuff that I skipped over and didn't put on screen because it was all related to all the Ireland issues and everything, even that stuff had a tone of comedy to it. Like, it was uncomfortable comedy, but it was still comedy, right? I mean, when it comes down to it, the game plays fine, but the thing is that it's based on the show to such a degree that I think its target market was specifically fans of the show. And as someone who's never watched the show, like, I understand that this is meant to be comedic, and I am laughing at how ridiculous some of this is, but I just don't understand the point of why I'm playing. And so, yeah, it comes across as more confusing to me, but still funny despite that.